What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be back in the Esports Club Discord, and we're going to be going through suggestions. I thought this would be quite a good one. There is a lot there as far as I know. I haven't really been through them too much. We're going to try and skip through some of them and just talk about the ones that I really like. And because the reacting to the fan art one obviously always does well, and I thought, a little bit of a shout out to the community and our, their creative brains for the cover art, and also suggestions kind of, you can see kind of where people want the game, and everyone's kind of quite hopeful in the suggestions. So let's jump into it. So obviously the suggestions thing, like it says up here, suggestions for the Esports Club team here only. Do not debate other people's suggestions. Please read the FAQ before posting. Pretty much this is everything from hairstyles to brands to how they want career. Some of them are huge, some of them are quite short. And we're just going to go through and have a little look at what people think. Right off the start, let's get some fades in. 25 fade hairstyles for black men. Types of fades for black guys, 2021. In all honesty, I completely agree. I think, a lot of, well, kind of everyone, not really racial dependent. A lot of people these days do have fades. I'd like to see for a lot of people, obviously, for, if we mean race, I mean, like a couple of my friends have what they called waves, I think they're called. I think they're really cool. I'd like to be able to see like realistic waves for like black people, and then like some level 1 fade or whatever up here for, that's kind of how I have my hair, really, pulled back, but this is normally not as long, which is why I'm wearing the headset, because my hair looks fucking awful. We move on to Poetic. He says, create organizations, stables, and edit rankings to start a career. There should be a long list of pool for creating judges, trainers, refs, managers, promoters, and boxers, prospect, gatekeepers, or beginner that the CPU uses or add to certain things like boxers or stables, or pair trainers with boxers. I agree with the stables thing. I don't think it needs to be so over the top with creating refs and stuff like that. I don't think about that. If I had my way, I would actually quite like to have a career mode where you're a fighter and a career mode where you're a promoter, and maybe even a career mode where you're a ref. That'd be interesting. Here he speaks about real life referees, tendencies and things like, whether they call fouls, break up the clinch, things like that, let people carry on. As you can see here, guys, like, obviously I will scroll through. I mean, this is only the last, no, this is today. Bloody hell, yeah, this is still today, obviously, because people are from all around the world. Got someone here that says walkout clothing for career mode. Obviously, people have laughed at it because obviously Deontay Wilder said, oh, that's why he lost, because the suit was too heavy. Completely agree that this would be sick. I'd like to have a fighter like this, like a real heavyweight machine that could, warrant wearing armor. I think that would be a really sick idea. I put this one in. The reason I put this one in is because this is a local brand from my hometown, and I just thought I'd show it a bit of respect so at least people can see it. Move on to No Boxing, No Life. Great brand, fantastic brand. Obviously, I'm pretty sure Canelo actually has the tattoo, and I feel like that's Eddie Renezo's brand. We've got more stuff here that says black hairstyles such as dreadlocks at varying lengths, which I would imagine they do. If they add dreads, they will add a length feature, a thickness feature. I will see that being quite possible. I definitely would like to see these hairstyles in. I like this one actually. I like mid-range kind of. That one would get in my fighter's way. Even my hair gets in my way, but I like those hairstyles. Someone said here, in-depth tale of the tapes. This is interesting, actually. Galandi Golovkin cover. Okay, so it says, I agree to a certain point. I've never cared about a fighter's wrist size, fist size, waist size, thigh size, or calf size, personally. Reach, yep. Okay, but the rest of it I don't really care too much about. I don't care about my opponent's neck or their chest. I don't care about that. Reach, 100%. I get where he's coming from, but I think that, for me, is a bit overkill. One of the most upvoted ones I've seen. Wow, yeah, I uploaded this one right away because this is pretty much the last time I actually checked in on the Discord thing. 38 upvotes, 27 likes. It says here, I want to see types of trunks like this in the game. KSI, I mean, yeah, I don't, KSI's not a boxer, let's be real. I don't like this style. I think this is so shite. Just the big square and then a big square. I hate that. But this is what we are talking about. Javonte Davis has some of the best motherfucking trunks in the game. I love it. This is a fantastic idea from this guy. Well done to Prod KV11. Someone then said Grant. Obviously, I love Grant. I've mentioned it before. I love the brand. I think they're fantastic. Especially how good the graphics are. The metallic colors would look amazing. I completely agree with that guy. 100%. Thought I'd show this one. Someone said Nate Robertson. He got 25 downvotes. Here we go. And then my one here, I actually put this one, a tattoo system, bit like 2K would be cool. Variation and designs, which I showed you guys in the cover art video. Someone replied saying a PNG image upload would be a great way to do just like WWE. My only issue with that is people are arseholes. That is my only issue with it. People are dicks. People will use racist words. People will use racist icons. That is the way it is. If we could say that no one would do that, it would be a fantastic idea. But people are not like that. I have no intention of putting the M word across my fighter's chest, but you see it in UFC. It's so fucking pathetic. It's unbelievable. I fucking hate racism. It makes me... I hate anything like that. It makes me want to fucking smack someone. So unfortunately, while that is a good idea, it will not happen. It should not happen because people would fucking ruin it. That's why I think a variation of designs preset, then fans send some in. So if you've got Billy Bob is really good at drawing dragons, put a real fucking realistic one in, send it to him, and they might put it in the game. I think we should do something like that. You know, if 100 images get sent in, they pick the best 10, put it in the game. That's how I think that would work. I've seen this a few times when I've been scan reading. Arena creator. Customization meaning we can change the arena size, crowd light and color, ring types and size and a lot more. While that is a unique idea, I've never seen it before, I don't really care for that. While other people disagree and people will, that's fine. Me personally, I don't really think I have any intention of creating an arena unless I also get to create a team. Like if I get to be a coach, for example. If I get to be a coach, then I'm happy to create an arena because I get to create my own gym. If that isn't a thing, I don't see the point in arena customization. It's not like 2K, unless they do a thing where it's like 2K and you have your home court or your home gym where you create your own arena and you can bring friends around to spar. And you know, if you join your friend, you're in their ring. If your friend joins you, they're in your ring, kind of thing. This guy says Joe Frazier should have white shoes and socks, and shorts can be a bit shorter. Please get accurate, at least the colours. Marciano's shorts looked very accurate. They were short and had thinner waistband. So people just wanted to get more, you know, accuracy, which makes sense for sure. Someone here just said sort the refs out, which obviously they will be doing. You won't have to worry about that. That will happen at some point. A lot of people ask for things like this, custom gloves, which obviously I would imagine they will. They're going to let you change the color of your gloves 100%. This one, yeah, need this guy as a ref as an option. I need him involved in the fight. I love this guy. I love this guy. His background clips are so funny when he watches. He loves his job. I think it's fantastic. Face to face would be cool. Oh yeah, the face off thing with Johnny Nelson they do. That would be interesting. I don't know how that would really work. You'd probably have dialogue options, but I don't know if that would really be a thing. Ah, here we go. This is another one that would be cool. Oh yeah, I've seen this one before. I replied to it. I'd love to see fur shorts because Javante had like some fur one, like a blue fur down the side before. Different material for shorts. At least give us a velvet material. 100% agree with that one. Shorter length shorts as well. Yeah, I suppose I don't really like short shorts, but I agree to a sense. Please add socks. Some fighters won't look right without them. Yeah, you see here you got Hearns and Marvin Hagler. And then obviously there as well, they got socks on, which I'm sure they will add. It's just, you know, that's not their, when they're showing the gameplay, that wasn't their priority at the start. They weren't like, oh, let's add socks quickly. They were just showing us the movement. You know, I'm sure they can manage to add socks. Meme Man says knuckle duster mode. Seems a bit extreme. Someone said here, I wouldn't mind a few celebrities in the game. Jake Paul, KSI, Logan Paul, something like that for a little fun. And 21 people reacted with the throwing up thing, including myself. Someone said here, I've noticed the WBC logo on gloves and shorts. Please make this be optional as it takes away from the realism. I agree with that. Not all gloves have got WBC sprayed across the side of them, if any, actually. So I completely agree with that. I don't think we need to have it shoved down our throats. I appreciate that it's amazing, but we don't need to have it shoved down our throats on gloves and shorts and things like that. It seems absolutely unnecessary. This is an interesting one. Being able to punch the opponent while they're falling to the canvas from a KO or TKO. Ropes can hold the opponent upright if knocked out against the ropes. Really want to berserk a dude against the ropes while he's about to fall. That's actually a pretty solid idea, to be honest. You know, the kind of when they fall back, the ropes catch them and you could just bing, bing, bing until the ref jumps in the middle, which would mean they would then have to have interactive refs where the refs jump in, put their hand in, say, enough's enough. Very popular one here is really looking forward to seeing what eSports has in store for the 70s, 80s and 90s era. And then a few lists of fighters like Larry Holm and Tito Trinidad. Some of these I'm not a huge fan on. Unique arenas, fighting on a cruise ship on top of buildings in the middle of cities on the beach. I suppose I get it in a sense, like for like, you know, maybe I suppose the start of your career, but I'm not really a fan on things like that in a sense. I get it, but for me, it would not affect me in any way. Yes, I might go, that's cool, but like the beach one, yes. Middle of cities, yes. Top of buildings, maybe. And cruise ships, no. I get the idea, and I like it in a way, but it's not my favourite idea, in all honesty. Nice one, actually, for career. Please let us stay amateur, not force us to turn pro like in Fight Night Champion. Let us rack up experience in the amateurs and turn pro when we decide. I agree, because you might want to win the Golden Gloves in 2 or 3 weight classes, mightn't you? I completely agree with that. That is a good shout. Okay, so this guy is basing his whole opinion on when you begin online career of your fighter. I don't know if he knows that's not been announced. But let's say it is a thing. He says, his creator has no archetype. This has to be earned by doing different things in fights throughout your career. Stats are only based around 3 options when you're doing your career. You choose power, speed, or balance. I'll explain why you want to keep those in a second. Once you've started your amateur, hold on a minute. This is just my bloody video. I made a video like this talking about the online career. I'm not reading that. I made a video like that. Don't let your opponents see the damage of your fight in online matches. Hey, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, the gameplay shows something different. Obviously, it did show the fighters like that, but I think for online, it should take that away. It should even take stamina away, personally. I'd like to not know, you know, because if I see someone's weak, I know the knockout's coming any moment, whereas I want to be able to slip, bang, and they just collapse. Like, oh, damn, what a fucking sick flag. You get some really good reactions from creators and fighters in general. Gub says, online practice mode to infinitely spar so we can share tech with friends or just mess around without constraints. I get that, but that, in a way, doesn't make too much sense for a video game or a simulation, in a sense. Because let's think about it. When you invite your friend to a fight, what really happens? Nothing. Why would you need to spar with them? I suppose you could spar for round on round on round, and it would be infinite, and you could put head guards on so the knockouts would be almost impossible. But I suppose, like, I don't think an online practice mode would be a good thing. I think maybe just, I suppose you could just call it online sparring, which would be the thing. But, you know, maybe it's just an option in invite your friend. So when you say I invite you to a fight, we can do normal fights, you know, because when I fight, obviously, viewers and stuff. Or I can do a thing where I change the option, head guards on, sparring on. And then it's like, you know, it's a bit more lenient. Stamina doesn't go down as much because you're not, you know, I always felt like I could spar for 25 rounds non-stop. But when I had my fight, I felt fucking gassed at the end of it, you know. And I felt like I was going harder in my sparring than I was in my actual fight. So I feel like, you know, I agree with that, you know, constantly sparring, you know, 15, 20 rounds. Stamina doesn't go down as much. You've got the head guard on, the groin guard on, bigger gloves on. You're not doing as many shots. So it's harder to land those shots because the gloves are slightly bigger. So, you know, that's just a thought. One that's popular, get a promoter mode put in where you set up your own events between fighters. That would be class. It also brings something fresh and new to fighting games. I don't really have too much interest with a promote mode. It makes sense. I would use it, but it's not something that I would stress if they didn't have. Okay, let me upvote this one quickly. I've uploaded this one before. Please don't delay the game again because some people moan in 10 seconds of gameplay. So it says here, first and foremost, excellent work already. But before I start giving you well-deserved praise, I'm getting right into this. I've always wanted to be a part of making video games, but unfortunately, I'm only smart enough for concepts and ideas, and I give you full permission to use ones. Okay, he's just pretending it's like a lawyer. Modes I have in mind, there are new modes, no gameplay, blah, blah, blah. Career, I wrote out something longer than the Bible for this. I thought it was too long. If you ever see this comment, contact me, I'm happy to write it out one day. Quick fight, self-explanatory, keep it simple, usable, but customizable. Just something casual to keep your brain working before ranked, or just to have fun with other players and friends. Online career, the idea I'm most excited to tell you about. What's the one thing a game must have to keep people playing it? Longevity. How do you keep people playing a game without getting stale? I tell you, 2 ranked modes. One being the licensed boxers individual weight class. Simple enough, right? Of course it is. Everyone does that. But here's my gold mine. I called it online career. I made a video about that a while ago. I feel like everyone's taking credit for it. Everyone will be making their own characters because you guys have got a lot of people. But UFC 4, Crate Fighters. To be placed in individual rankings, amateur, rookie, pro, contender, champion, superstar. There could obviously be rankings titled above this. Okay. Okay, when was this put on? 20th of the 3rd. Here we go. Alright, yeah, I made the video a month ago. There it is. An online career mode and how it would work. My thoughts and my weird idea. So, I'd just like to put that one out there real quick. Alright, I won't go through too many more. I would love for esports to take a realistic approach to injuries in boxing, whether it's small cuts, large lacerations, hematomas, bruises, broken nose, lots of blood staining the ring and accumulating on the canvas, bloody shorts, ref constantly breaking guys up, broken orbital bones, punches that break the side will cause more damage, accuracy stat will drop a few points, busted, torn lip, fractured hand or finger, reduces stat points to that hand, makes sense, concussions, reduces accuracy stat, footwork, speed, and new animation that will be prone to knockdowns and KOs, and many more boxing injuries in the ring and in the gym and career mode. I would love to see a vicious side of boxing be visually shown on the Boxer and the effects it has. This mixed with a Cutman minigame, with the Cutman having great attributes, would be experienced even better. Because in order to win, you have to take care of your fighter the best you can. I wouldn't mind this being turned on and off or not having it completely. I like the idea, to be honest. I think it's a fantastic idea. I like the idea. I mean, that is fucking brutal. And the ref obviously covered in blood there. I love the idea of it. You know, I'm a big fan of the brutality that we could have and we could experience. You know, we could really bust one another up and something I'd be fully on board for. Here we go. We're a little bit further up. Give boxers authentic sparring gear. Sparring should be the most important aspect of training, in my opinion. I would like it to be very informative. I want to learn how to beat my specific styles by sparring all the time. Completely agree. I've upvoted that one before. I think that's a great idea. I've mentioned it before that I want sparring. Big fan of that one. I like the gear as well. That's winning, I'm pretty sure, is that. And obviously, Pac-Man's got Pac-Man there. Big fan of that gear as well. Very expensive stuff, but I'm a big fan of it. Have a shorts creator feature where you can make and design your own shorts. Looks different with these two. Okay, I agree with that. I agree with Eddie Hall 1-0 pending. I agree with that. I think that is a fantastic idea. I do think that if I had to choose between anything that came to like arena creator, coach creator, manager creator, promoter mode, the mode I would choose other than career, online, quick match, things like that, would 100% be the short creator feature. Because not only could you create fantastic shorts, you could also give them out to everyone else. So you could spend hours creating some really nice camouflage gladiator shorts, for example, that might take you an hour or so. And then someone could go download them, use them on their fire. And then, you know, that's what it is. Yes, obviously, it's a thankless job in a sense. But I think to be able to create your own unique shorts would be something that I would very much enjoy. Tenchu says, the ability to rewatch your fight in its entirety using the authentic camera angles, where it mimics the hard camera in boxing and all different camera cut and angles. This will actually be very beneficial for content creators, as well as uploading dynamic camera angles, which would differentiate this product versus all other combat sport games that will get uploaded to YouTube. I 100% agree with him. Yeah, that's a good point. That would also be good, like you said, from a content creator point of view. You would be able to have your fighter say he loses a fight in career mode. He could go back and watch the fight, learn from his mistakes, and then go on to beat that next opponent. I think that's a good idea. I like that a lot, because then obviously you're fighting, you know, over your. I suppose if your the camera is here and you're fighting in the thing, then come when you rewatch it, you're gonna have camera up here, camera here, camera, and there's I think that's a really nice touch. I'll upvote that one. Well done, 10 Tenchu. And someone said this, but obviously this is already a thing. The fight says, do you retire early to the wars you've been in or prolong career, or do you decide to make a smart comeback? That's obviously to make that $. Let us import our own walkout songs, but disable them for online play. You know what? Part of me says yes. Yes, let me walk out to till I collapse. Let me do it. Let me walk out to Whit Larry numb. Let me do it, please. But then the content creator side of me says, what's the fucking point? Alright, sorry about that, guys. Dog barked, post went again. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I'm out of breath. Stats update as IRL fights happen to keep the game fresh and represent the fighters more accurately. 100% agree with that, and quicker than UFC 4 does it. I'm sick of... I don't even play UFC 4 anymore, but admittedly, I'm sick of when I was playing it. Like, a fight would happen, then a month later, the fight would finally get the fucking upgrade. Anyone says, please let amateurs box at age 13. Amateur boxers can fight from 13 to 39. They can practice training at 7, starting at 13, how to build records, especially fighters regularly at weekly shows and tournaments. I think while this is a super realistic simulation, there are points where the line has to be drawn, and they're not going to let you create a 13-year-old. It's just weird. They're just not. I'll be shocked if that's a thing. You know, when you really think about it, yes, a super realistic simulation, fantastic. This would be a cool feature. But that then means you have to then be pro. You have to then be in the amateurs for quite a while as a kid. And who's going to want to do that? Who's going to want to play as a 13-year-old? You know, so does that then mean when you create your 13-year-old, you have to set them at 5'6" and hope they grow to 6 foot like you want them to be? Or does that mean you set them at 13 and you set them at 5'7" and then you get to choose your adult size? Because that's how the real world works, yeah? Because trust me, if that was how the real world worked, I'd be 6 foot right now. But that's not how the real world works. So I think while that's a great idea for the realism side of things, I don't think that makes sense, you know, for people's career in general, because not everyone's going to want to do that. While a lot of people have agreed with it, I think when you really think about it, creating a 13-year-old is a little bit strange. A lot of them I'm skipping through, guys, just because there are lots of repeats. People haven't gone back and checked. Oh, what's this? Here we go. Add something so that you can have camp at different gyms, so you can switch different coaches and cutmen. Some training like normal camp, and add Eddie Hearn's backyard. That's a good idea, actually, yeah, because then I suppose you could... Or what would be good is if you have your coach 1 and coach 2, and then they say to you, oh, listen, this coach at Ricky Hatton's gym, they're doing some heavyweight sparring. Do you want to be a part of it? You go over there, you learn from Hatton, you spend maybe a couple of days there, you stay there overnight, you learn a few bits on the pads with Hatton, you get a bit of sparring in, you learn a little bit from your coaches are picking up tricks. That means your coaches become learn a little bit, you learn a little bit. I think that works in both ways. Please have various ring sizes. Standalone contest boxing rings are available in 16 square feet, 18, 20, 22, 24. Training rings are 12 and 16. I agree with this, yeah. 100%. Because then one thing that's always fun is you have a training ring that's small, and when you go into the big fight, you've got more room to move around. You feel much better in the fight. I like it. I like it. Michael Buffer is the main event announcer. Awesome. Yep, agree with that one for sure. Press conferences and interviews. You can choose how your fighter sounds and weigh-ins. Probably a normal fight week. I agree with the normal fight week thing. You have a few little remarks you can say, perhaps. Nothing major. You know, a weigh-in, maybe no talk, and just, you know, kind of that thing like, and then kind of job done, if you get my drift. Funnily enough, gum shield flying when a big punch lands. That actually happened. How weird is that? I'm not going to go through too many more, just because this video will be about 4 hours long. But some good advice, good things all around. Please don't do top and bottom block like in UFC. Down, that is an amateur right there. That is a casual with any fighting game. Tenchu's here again. Says, but top and bottom block is more realistic. Heck, I would love a 6-axis block return where you block top left, top right. You block bottom center, bottom left, bottom right. It brings parries back, hopefully in more realistic fashion. Do away with the block pumping from Fight Night Champ, which is super fake, and give a feint system. True. Yeah, people have downvoted that, which I don't agree with, because I would prefer that, you know. So, let's say, I don't know, you know, block, and then, you know, because, yeah, you can do this, but that leaves your body exposed. You could do this, but people seem to think, oh, well, you know, Mayweather just done this, but this leaves it exposed. He could do this because he could bing your shots off, and he could parry, and he could move and ping it back, you know what I mean? I agree with the 6-axis block system. I think that would be fucking fantastic. Have the ability to fight on the ropes with a capability and tendency rating. It's interesting. Not a bad shout, though. Alright, I think I'm going to end it here, guys. I'm going for a lot of repeats about how to create fighters and stuff, which I feel like we just need to wait and see. Blood on gloves. Yep, spot on. I agree with that one. Lots of people are saying Sam Langford, which would be really cool to see. 100% agree with that one. I mean, that's actually a fake image. That's Dana White holding back Dana White and Dana White. But, I mean, that would mean I just punch everyone. So, open weight. I agree with open weight, for sure. Just a unique twist. It'd be kind of funny in a sense. I agree with that for sure. Yeah, the Cutman minigame. I think I'd like it. I think the only way... I think the only time I would not like the Cutman minigame, I know it sounds weird, is in your career. Because in your career, you're a fighter, you're you. I'm not my Cutman. That's not my job. I think the only time we shouldn't have a Cutman minigame in is in your career mode, because that's not you. You're doing a career mode as a boxer. You're not doing a career mode as a boxer and a Cutman. Your career mode is a boxer. That's my thoughts on that. But yeah, I'm going to end this one here, guys. Really good suggestions from everyone. Well done to everyone that's thought of some really unique stuff. Well done to everyone. Good shit. And yeah, I just thought I'd go through this. I thought it was quite interesting. You know, I said that I might, and I thought I would. Really good ideas from everyone. And it's always interesting to be able to say, okay, well, let's see what happens, and let's see what gets added to the game in the future. But yeah, thanks for watching as always, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe down below. And let me know if I missed your suggestion, or if you haven't left one, what would your suggestion be? If you could have anything added to the game, what would it be? But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.